Today on The Mix with Nene, we have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. Vin Molly, a rising star in the world of politics. At such a young age, Vinny has made remarkable strides in the political arena, gaining recognition for his dedication, leadership, and fresh perspectives. His passion for serving the community and bringing about meaningful changes has set him apart, making him one of the most promising young politicians of our time. We are excited to learn more about his journey and the impact he's making in the communities. So, stay tuned. How did you get involved in politics at such a young age?
Okay, politics has always been a dream. So when I was growing up, I've always wanted to become a politician. So I was always interested in listening to political interviews, following up what's going on in the country politically, and I just developed a very strong passion that at some point I should join politics, and I was driven by that passion to join politics when I was 22. That was last year. So yeah, I just joined politics like that. Sure.
Okay, so all of us, when we're growing up, we turn to change our dreams. Have you always wanted to be a politician since in primary school?
No, no, no. I've never thought of changing my career because it's not that just I just wanted to be a politician when I was young, but then I really wanted to become a political scientist. So I wanted to major political science at some point so that I should pursue my political career like that. So unfortunately, I did not go that further with education and whatever I wanted. But then I just had to keep the dream going that I should become a politician. So here I am.
I mean, what are your thoughts of youth being involved in politics?
Yeah, actually, most youth thinks that politics is a game of old people, and at the very same time, the youths are the more are the people that complain a lot about how the political system is set up, how the political setup is going on in the country, how politicians do their things, but then we don't want to take part in changing the political setup. So I think it's very important for the youth to join politics because if they join politics, they'll be able to change the system the way they want it to be. If they join the system, they can be able to change it within the system when they are inside the system. But then just complaining that the system isn't okay when outside the system doesn't add any changes. So yeah, it's very good for the youth to join politics because if they join politics, they'll be adding whatever they want the political setup to have, and then they'll be able to make the changes. Yeah.
So I have heard that politics is a game of death. I don't know if it's called that, but that's what I've heard. So how
Mm.
do you balance the loyalty to the party and your own principles?
All right. I would say loyalty is non-negotiable in politics. A good politician always has to be loyal to the master. So politics with loyalty goes together. If I'm not loyal to my leader, that means I'll never be loyal to anybody because that leader is depending on me to. I should give as much loyalty as I can because it goes together with politics. If you say politics is a game of death, I think that's just another phrase that anyone can just come up with and anybody can just wake up today and make that phrase. But then politics is not a game of death. Politics has some people say a dark side per se, but then politics is politics, death is death. So I don't know if we have to mix them up, but then yeah, at the same time, politics is dangerous, and it's not at the same time. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, but you haven't answered the principle part. We all have our own personal principles.
Is it the same question about loyalty?
Yeah, you have to stay loyal, but at the same time, you have your own principles that you follow as a person, as an individual.
All right, yeah, true. So as an individual, I've got a structure of policies, a structure of principles that I follow, and I think the very big picture is that I grew up around people who value loyalty a lot. So I'm a very loyal man, and loyalty is one of the principles that I've always kept on heart. That I should always be loyal to uh, whoever I'm working with, to whoever is my senior in whatever department that I'm working on. So loyalty is part of me. So about my principles, I've got a lot of principles. Like loyalty has to go first. Uh, Teamwork. I always put teamwork. So what if for as long as what I'm doing doesn't affect my individual principles, then I'm okay with whatever is going on. Yeah.
How do you navigate conflicts within the party?
Okay. Each and every party has conflict. So and in each and every party there is a code of conduct, and there are rules to be followed. There are regulations on how things should be done and how things should work. So in each and every line of duty, people have conflicts, and so in our party, we've got a very strong disciplinary committee that always deals with people uh, who are doing things the way they are not supposed to be done. So in our party, we've got a disciplinary committee, as I said, that works in that department. That whoever is doing things that are not supposed to be done at the party, whoever is breaking the protocols, has to face the consequences of their actions. So yeah, that's much on that.
Okay, so what leadership qualities do you think a successful politician should have?
Okay, for one to succeed in politics, it takes a lot of qualities because it's a very tough game, as we already said, you know. So a leader always has to be first, I'd say a leader has to be observant. A leader should always observe what's going on in the party. A leader should know who is to put there, who is to put there. Because if a leader is not observing what's going on in the party might collapse because the leader might be giving some certain task to some individuals who are not qualified for that position or that particular duties. So a leader has to be observant. A leader has to be loving. A leader should not love. I mean, a leader should not put himself first. A leader has to put his people first, and then he should love his people unconditionally because it's a group of people that were brought up by different homes, a group of people with different family backgrounds, and then they are brought together expecting to achieve one particular goal. So a leader has to love them all the same and should understand that these people were brought up differently and they are not, it's very tough for them to just coordinate and cope up with whatever the party wants and do exactly what they are supposed to do. So a leader has to love them. If a leader love his people, the people will love him back. So another quality is a leader has to be a communicator. Whenever he feels like something is going wrong, a leader should step up and talk to the people. A leader doesn't have to be scared of his people. So each and every leader, I believe, when a leader is a communicator, things goes smoothly because people will always know that if we have this issue at hand, our leader will come and address it, and our leader will always come up with solutions at hand. So once a leader is a communicator, he will be open to the people, and the people will be open to him as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I have heard this rumor that most political leaders are very self-centered. What do you think of that?
I think that I would say I wouldn't put it like that they are self-centered, but since it's a rumor, I'd say uh, each and everyone naturally is self-centered at some point. Has some percentages of self-centering because self-love is very important, right? So if you don't put
But
yourself,
self-love and self-centered, they are two different things.
oh really, there are two different things, right?
Yeah,
What's self-centering? What's being self-centered?
only thinking about yourself and not others.
And
It's
what's
more
self-love?
like selfish.
And what's self-love?
Self-love is when you love yourself.
That's I think that's that's the same thing.
No, it's not. Self-centered, you don't care if the things that you're doing are going to hurt others. You're just selfish.
All right, I get it. Then if we say most political leaders are selfish, then we'll be wrong. I think some of them are selfish, but then some of them are not. So in politics, selfishness is there, and I would not say that selfishness is not there in politics. Then I'll be wrong. So being selfish is a very bad thing. We all know that. And if a leader has that kind of character, then he's gonna end up not succeeding in his political career. So yeah, I don't know how to address on that. I don't know how to talk about that rumor that you heard. But then all I can say is self-centered is not good. That's it.
Okay, so technology is a part of our everyday life. How do you take advantage of technology in promoting or protecting your political party?
Okay. Since we are living in a digital era, uh, the usage of technology is always important in enhancing the party's operations and publicity. So our party has a very good publicity section that always looks into uh, public relations and publicity and stuff. So that department uses technology almost each and every day. Uh, as I already said, that we are living in a digital era, so the use of technological advanced equipment is always a must, mostly in these political sections, that is. So our party has our party respects the technology usage because the party's operations depend on that. So we are effectively using the technologies in publishing whatever we publish to the nation. That is sure.
So, how do you see politics in Malawi compared to other countries?
Um, I think our political game is a little bit lost because most of the politicians puts regionalism. They regionalize a lot because we believe that if I'm from the northern region, then it's very hard for me to go and do my campaigns in the southern region just because they also have their candidate from their region. So I think if we are to remove that mentality that politics should go with regionalism, that would be a good thing. Because if we look at other systems of our other political setups in other countries, they vote for a party, not a person. On the ballot, they go vote for a party. But then here in Malawi, we choose a person, we vote for a person. So I think our system is also a little bit not that good because we vote for a person and not a party. So that's it. If we try to use other systems of government and the way our other political setups in other countries are, we can progress a lot in politics.
Okay, do you think do you think Malawi is progressing as a democratic country?
Democracy, I think when democracy was introduced in Malawi, uh, people misinterpreted what democracy was, misquoted the whole thing. Some people, that is. Because the way we are living, I think we are taking democracy for another thing. Because democracy is a government that gives freedom to the people, a lot of freedom. But then we are using that freedom to do things that we are doing a lot of misconducts. So I think Malawi is not using democracy the way the people who introduced democracy wanted. So that's another problem.
Okay, we have focused way much on Malawi as a country. Now let's talk about your party,
All
your
right.
political party. How do you ensure transparency in your political party?
Yeah. In the structure of our party is very tight. That each department works on their department alone. So what I'm saying is, about transparency, if you have something to do with the Secretary General or something to do with the Treasurer General or something like that, there is always transparency to the party. Let's say, for example, uh, you wanna personally donate some party regalia, some party materials to the party. Our party is always transparent to the general public that so has donated such so that we should be working together and we should always have the right content about what's the right context about what's happening to the party. So that's much of it.
Okay, so what are your long-term goals in politics? Yeah.
Okay, I would say I see a very bright future as much as politics is concerned. So it's not that I just want to be uh, speculating around where I am right now, but it's a matter of looking forward and having dreams that I have to face them. So I see myself as somebody who takes politics as a full-time thing. It's not that I'm just doing this for fun or just doing it for a very short time, a very short period. But then it's something that I dedicated myself into so that I should work on it. I should be into it for a very long term. So politics is my thing. I'm here to stay.
We live in the world of social media these days.
Mm.
Almost everybody's on social media. How do you use
Yeah.
social media to tell people about politics or inform people about your political party?
Yeah, as we are all aware that social media platforms has a lot of impact as much as politics is concerned. So because most people these days use social media very much, and it's a very good tool to reach out to people. You reach to a lot of multitude. You reach to a multitude in a very short time. So we have taken that as an advantage to preach to the people about our party as well. So we have a lot of youngsters who operates on different social media platforms, talking about the party, spreading about the party, and selling the party to the general public. So we are on each and every media platform, social media platform that is. So yeah, that's it. We are very active.
Okay, so for how long have you been doing politics now?
I think it's now 2 years, 2 years and some months.
So when you were studying, if you started politics 2 years ago, what are some of the qualities that you wish you had when you were studying politics?
Yeah, when I was joining politics, I knew nothing about politics. I just joined politics because I've always wanted to join politics. But then as I was progressing, as time was going, I get to be introduced to the system of our party, the constitution of our party, the constitution of the country, and I get to know how politicians operate. And I'm a very changed person now that I understand politics, starting from how it works in the national executive committees, in the constituency level, regional level, district and area level as well. So I now I'm very exposed to how politics is. Yeah, so now I can say I know how politics works. Sure.
Okay, so what are some of the misconceptions that people are putting out there about politics that you'd like to clear out?
All right, I think I would start to delete the phrase that says politics is a game of death. I would really take that out because if we say politics is a game of death, why are so many politicians that have been in the game for decades and decades and they're still alive? So I would
Well,
say,
people say that they have gone beyond this, but then people say that most politicians are witchcraft or something related to that.
yeah, I believe that those are only insinuations. People only assume that. And I don't know if it's a fact or an opinion, but then it's something that people only think, unless otherwise, unless if there is somebody who can come open and say, uh, I'm a witness that some political people use charms and stuff, and so what, and what not. So that's what I can say. That it's just something that people say. But then if there is a certain group of people that uses charms, I don't know, which I'm not aware of, then that's it as well. So I would not comment much on that. Okay, I think the other reason that makes people think like that, it's because uh, each and every politician at some point is an enemy of another politician. So because of the enmity that is always there in the game of politics, is what threatens people. It's what makes people think that you put your life at stake. So that's what I can say. That a lot of people think politics is a dirty game of death, just because you make a lot of enemies.
Okay, now let's talk about you, a young politician. You know, you're new in the game,
Mm.
and I'm pretty sure you don't know much, do you?
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say I know that much. I'm very new in the game.
Okay, so when you were starting, I'm pretty sure there were few people who were trying to criticize you or tell you that you can't do this. How did you receive those criticisms?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Uh, yeah, I was saying that almost when somebody is studying something that is new, something that people are not expecting, critics are there, the negative energy is there. But then if you are to look at the negative energies and take them with you, then you cannot go that far with whatever you're doing. So when I was joining politics, I had a lot of negative energy around me. But then I just decided not to take that energy with me, because if I look at it as a burden, I couldn't succeed. But then I took all those negative energy as stepping stones that I should go further with whatever I was doing. So by and by, the very same people who were criticizing me started supporting me, telling me that what I'm doing is something extraordinary. Because at this young age, it's very rare for somebody to join politics. So I think most of all the haters that were hating, they are now my fans. That's what I can say.
I love the confidence. All the haters are now my fans.
Yeah,
Phrase for the
thanks.
phrase for the day. Okay, so we have talked about criticism, right? There's
Uh-huh.
no way each and every single person who you told your dream to was like, no, you can't do that. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
there were people that were like, no, you can do this. So
Mhm.
who are those kind of people who were there to support you with your dream until now?
Yeah, there have always been such type of people with sort of trust in me. They believed in me that I can pull this through. They thought have the capabilities to do this, and still have those people. They are always uh, with me. They are always with me in whatever is happening. So, not to mention names, there are a lot of people, but then I would say I've got those kind of people with a lot of positive energy, that they just been pushing me towards my dream. They just been there for me. They just been there in every single minute of my dream. So yeah, that's much of it.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that in the whole of Malawi, there's still young people who still want to join politics. What kind of advice would you give to those young people?
Yeah, I always encourage youngsters wherever I go, that politics isn't a game of odd fellas. Politics is for everyone. It's for youth, it's for the women, it's for everyone. So in whatever I'm doing, wherever I'm going, I always tell the young people that they should always think of politics as something that is a way of changing the way they want to see the world. Because if they join politics, they'll be able to bring the change they want to see, instead of just being complaining that something is not going the way they planned, this and that. But when they join politics, they'll be able to have a voice, and they will know where to give their voice, who to give their voice to, and they'll vote accordingly, and there'll be a change they want to see.
Okay, how do you think? personally from you, right? How do you think you have impacted the youth as they see you in your community, especially? How do you think you have impacted them?
Yeah, actually, I would say,
How have you impacted the youth in your in your community? When they see you, a young politician, how do you think you have impacted their lives?
yeah, actually, I would say I've impacted a lot of lives in my community because uh, when I started this, a lot of people, a lot of youths were they were very curious to see where exactly I'm heading with this thing. But then as they see a lot of progress, they've been coming to me, and most of my youths are very eager to know much about politics, and they want to join politics. And so I see that I've changed the narrative of how people see politics in my community. They believe that a youngster can be a politician and can bring change in a community. So yeah, that's much I can say that I've changed the narrative of politics in my community.
Okay, so most of the people who are politicians, right? Okay, not all of them, but mostly, they have caused a greater impact on Malawi as a nation.
Mm.
So, do you think you ever leave any legacy in politics?
Yeah. That's the dream, and yeah, that's the dream. There's no way I can be in a political game for 30 years without leaving my name in it when going out. Now, then I was very not fruitful. So with the knowledge that I have and the dreams that I always have, the passion, I think when there will be a time that I should retire from politics, my legacy will be there. Some people in the future will learn that there was once a man who did this, who did that, who did that. So yeah, the dream is that I should be of that impact. That when I'm going out of the politics, I should leave the legacy behind.
What life experiences have shaped you, your passion for for politics?
Uh, I've had a lot of good experiences. For example, I would say uh, I'm always mentored by some big political figures that we have in the country. So it's a very good experience that I share a room with those people, those big people, and I get to hear what they discuss with another bigger people in politics. So such experience is always a motivation to me that I'm being mentored by people who are real ones in the game. Yeah.
So, when you were growing up, you said that you have always wanted to be a politician, right? So, when you were
Mm.
growing up, who did you look up to? You were like, if I'm gonna succeed in politics, I want to be like such kind of a person.
Yeah, actually, my dad was a politician before he passed. May he so rest in peace. So
Yeah, I mean, so rest in peace.
yeah, I've always wanted to be like my dad. So I've always looked up to my dad. Yeah, he's been into politics. So he's always he was very passionate. He had that passion to be in the political game for a long time. Unfortunately, it did not go the way he planned. But then he was the one who was taking me to his political rallies, and when he was writing his speeches, I was there. So it was a very good motivation to me that I wanna go in his footsteps. Yeah,
So now you are a national director of IT in AFOD, right?
yeah, National Deputy Director of IT.
Okay, so do you think that is your comfortable zone, or you want to do more, be the president, be a minister, be, big
Yeah,
positions?
yeah. As I already said that uh yeah. It's I want to elevate at some point. I wanna go up there. So wherever wherever I see a chance that I can change a position to another, whenever there is a chance, that's what I'll go for. I would encourage each and every youth, each and every youngster out there who has always wanted to join politics that now is a good time. If they are waiting for some years coming that they should join, I think it'll be good if they join now, because they'll be able to participate in whatever is going on right now, as we are all aware that it's very close to the tripartite elections. So if they join now and participate in this year's tripartite elections while in a party, they'll get to know, they'll be exposed to how politics works when it comes to elections.
As we have heard today, Mr. Vinmoli's passion and commitment to driving positive changes are truly inspiring. His journey in politics, despite his young age, shows that with the right mindset and determination, the future really is in the hands of the youth. We look forward to seeing the continued impact he will make in the years to come. Until next time, this is Nene signing off on The Mix with Nene.